All right, so we're going to be going over the 3 worst fighters with the worst fan base. These fighters just have absolute terrible casuals that support them. I'm just going to be going over all 3 of them. So starting off, we got Sean O'Malley. This guy literally he's one of those few fighters of Dana White glaze, and he gets it for his colorful hair and his cool knockout hits. But this guy is so overrated because people just assume he's going to knock out everyone, but he's in a super competitive division, bantamweight, with great wrestlers, and I said for the start he'd get exposed when he fought one, and what happened? I'm saying from us, what happened? We fought Marab, and yeah, that's what happened. They rushed Aljo into a title shot that he wasn't ready for, and they gave him the easiest title fight in the division against Marlon Vera when they could have given anyone else. They gave him the punchy bag, the one guy who can't wrestle. So it's obvious they're protecting him for UFC's sake, business sake, because he is a good businessman. But yeah, he's super overrated. Any wrestler can beat him, honestly. Half the division could probably beat him. He's a great striker, but he's just in a really competitive division. And it's pretty easy to beat him if you can grapple. All you got to do is just grapple and don't let him up. And yeah, all the casuals just assume it's hugging, but that means they don't respect grappling. And these are one of the worst kind of fans, those sugar lasers that don't know anything. They don't respect grappling. You guys should watch boxing. But anyway, with the next fighter, the second fighter that's a horrible fan base. We're going to be going over the Poetards, Alex Pereira. This guy has the worst fan base in UFC history, probably. Let's just go over with the Izzy Pereira drama, bro. People only give Pereira respect and only talk about Pereira instead of Izzy. And people just spam 3-1 when they didn't even watch any of the kickboxing fights. First fight, obviously Izzy won. That was the biggest robbery we've ever seen. I'm not even coping, I'm just being real. Second fight, Izzy was, first of all, I bet you all know the round score. They fought 16 rounds in all 4 of the fights, and it's 12-4 Izzy. He has won 12 out of 16 rounds. Just let that sink in for a minute. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Second fight, Izzy was winning the whole fight. Knocked him out, but then they cheated on a standing 8 count. They let him continue. Should have been over, and then it should have been 2-0 Izzy, but they didn't, and obviously they knocked him out. I guess we'll give it to Pereira. Third fight on UFC. Yeah, this is probably Pereira's most realistic win. Izzy again was dominating the whole fight, even out-grappled him for a whole round. I mean, almost knocked him unconscious in the first round because Pereira's injury-prone to the 1-2. But yeah, very, very early stoppage. Now, I do think there was a good chance that Izzy was done anyway, but it doesn't matter. So we'll never know. He stopped it too early. Yeah, there's also the fact that people just assume Pereira knocks out everyone he faces, which he kind of has. But think about it. He's yet to face a grappler. But I think he loses his next fight regardless. I do have a video on that. Make sure you watch it. Yeah, Ankalaev. I don't even think he has to. Ankalaev, people don't even know Ankalaev. Ankalaev barely grapples at all. He doesn't even have to grapple because there is a difference between MMA boxing and pure boxing. And Ankalaev is a way better pure boxer. And I think he chins Pereira, to be honest. I think he finds that chin and chins him. Pereira has bad defense. He's shown it in the past. Relies on head movement, gets hit a lot. That's why he took damage from Khalil Roundtree. He took a lot of damage from Yuri and Izzy. Just easy to get hit. And yeah, Tom Aspinall would finish him by whatever he wants in the first round. I'm sure I don't even have to go over that. But some Poetards disagree. John Jones, same. At least for grappling. And yeah, the Poetards just need to accept that. And then for the last fighter, who is very, very overrated, has a terrible fan base, the most overrated fighter in UFC, we got Shavkat Rakhmonov. Yeah, this guy is people just blinded by he's undefeated. He looks scary. He has a 100% finish rate, but this guy has so many weaknesses. He's a good striker, but hits a whole lot. And yeah, his best accomplishment is going 1 for 7 on takedown attempts to a 40-year-old kickboxer, Stephen Thompson, and getting pieced up by Jeff Neal in a very close fight, which should not have been close. For a prospect that should be champ. That's not going to be good enough for Bilal Muhammad. He's more well-rounded. He's a better boxer. He has better cardio. Shavkat's a good striker, obviously, especially in the early rounds, but he's yet to go 5 rounds, and we've seen him fatigue a little bit, like in the Jeff Neal fight. And yeah, it's just going to be easy to break him. Just put pressure on him, box him. Easy to hit him, and yeah, it should be that easy. But once you do that, you'll break him and you'll win because it'll just take him down, body slam him, and Bilal would drop him on his head. People just gotta understand that just because he looks scared doesn't mean he is that good. He's not the real guy. He will get exposed against Bilal, and you will see. But anyways, that's gonna wrap this video up. I hope y'all understood these fan bases on how bad they are, but these are the worst fan base in the UFC today. Sorry that's a shorter video. I've just been a little busy lately. I will be back next week, though.